So I'm Erica from Enjoy Arts.
And I'm Claire, who works with Enjoy Arts, who are an arts organisation. You mainly do the drama, and I get brought in to do the music.
So we've been running Horizons, our creative women's group, since for 3 years now, haven't we?
Yep.
And our first project was Gaskell the musical, and that was a roaring success.
Yes, indeed it was.
And
so much so it got reprised.
Yes.
So that was good.
We have done quite a few different projects since, but we really wanted to come and do another one here at the house because it's such an amazing space to be in. The house had the servants exhibition on already, so we were like, great, use that. And then went from there, didn't we?
Yeah, so started to create the stories. It's taken 4 months, this, hasn't it?
Yeah, January we started.
So different women come to the group. Everybody is welcome. Some have been long-standing and in from the beginning, haven't they? And slowly but surely other people have joined in. And they would say that they don't have any creative talent half the time, but actually they have enormous talent.
They're amazing.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
What's been really positive is working in partnership with the house. They've really been able to promote it from their side. So actually, I think our audience for this one will be quite different. Normally our performances are free to attend and it's a bit more sort of word of mouth, isn't it? And friends and family and that sort of thing. But I think we'll reach a wider audience this time because of the partnership with the house. It's quite interesting, we don't know who the audience are.
Yeah,
do we?
Yeah, but the perfect audience
Perfect.
is the people that get it.
Yeah.
And I think that
And enjoy it.
Yeah, and I think it's really accessible.
Yeah.
So whether you're from the neighbourhood of the house, whether you're from a community group, whether you're from a funding agency, whether you're a historian, I think you'd get something out of this piece of theatre.
And you don't have to have knowledge of Gaskell to come and see it. I think that's what's great about performances. It opens up this world of Elizabeth Gaskell and her servants to a wider audience. So it's not just for those who are interested in Gaskell, but then they'll get some little jokes, won't they, that others might not. But then everyone's going to enjoy lots of different elements of it.
Hello, my name's Katie. I've been coming here for about 2-3 months. To Gaskell. I heard about it through my cousin.
I've been part of Horizons now for 3 years. First in Gaskell the musical, which was really enjoyable, and I've been involved in most of the other productions as well, and I love it. Well, Gaskell the musical was a promenade performance like this one. The difference this time is that we're not focusing on Mrs Gaskell herself and all the famous people that visited the house. We're just concentrating on what the lives of the servants would have been like at the time, which is quite insightful, really. So we've used proper facts. We've not made loads of stuff up. We've tried to be quite factual and historical and used the information that's already in the house.
I've really enjoyed it. The people that are involved, I love them all, and that's what's made it for me and made me want to keep coming back week after week. The ladies.
Well, we've enjoyed having you, Kate. Yes, we're quite a solid group. So Katie and Leslie are the newest to join us, and it's a really supportive group. You don't feel judged or embarrassed, and everybody's dead accepting, aren't they, of what you do, and I think that gives you the confidence. Doing this for a few years, and I think as time goes on you get used to the style that Claire's got of the music, and we've got a bit slicker making verses up and creating scenes and stuff like that. I just think it's wonderful that you can mix the drama, a bit of humour, with the lovely songs that Claire does.
I thought I would never learn the lines at first, and They just, with a lot of practice, they just come to us, and I just love them. I love all the songs. I love Claire's style of music. It's lovely. I was really nervous.
It's hard to imagine.
Because it was my first one.
It's hard to imagine when people aren't in the room, when we're doing the rehearsals, how it's going to work, because you know people might stand in your way, so you've got to kind of predict where you're going to go, and it might not be as planned. It's a bit unpredictable, which is great. And also just the proximity of people, which we've not had in so much in other of the productions. There's been a bit of distance between, and it's nice to see people's expressions and stuff, isn't it, when you're singing and
when you get a laugh off them, that's just great. You just feel like you're winning straight away, don't you?
Yeah,
it's great.
Fab.
It's just a great group of women, and I mean, well, where do you get to do something like a theatre or a play in the actual surroundings? I mean, what better set could you have to do something, particularly with the history of the house as well?
Yeah, the history of the house, it really sort of gives you that motivation and gives you that what's the presence
inspiring,
of inspiring
inspiration, yeah.
It's all I need. And Mrs. Gaskell was a friend, and she did take care of her.
The lady that you interviewed was my daughter, and I introduced her to the group, and she, she's inspired with it. She's never done anything like that, and not really done anything looked at social history, so it's motivated her to want to read Mary Barton.
It's no ornament to anybody, and I've left it everything to do. You need to get on your knees down here, and you'll be helping me.
I used to pass this house, especially, I think it would have been late 70s or early 80s. This house was painted pink at one time, bright pink, and it was let out to African students who came over to study at the Manchester Uni, which, I think, God, can you imagine living in this house? It's amazing. But, so, and then it was left empty for a long time, and then they got the funding and restored it, and then, it kind of restored, I suppose, the history of Mrs. Gaskell.
What it's really like to live with Adria. Let me tell you what it's like, just a mile.
My name's June, and I'm 80 years old. No, I'm not. I'm 80 years young. I enjoy the camaraderie of everybody. The friendship that there is, and the way we all gel together, and there's no backbiting, and everybody's there to give each other a lift up. The cook in most of these houses is one of the central figures, particularly downstairs. This year I feel a lot more confident than I did when I first started, and I think I can make the character come alive a bit more than I did when I first did the Gaskell musical. Well, I like doing the cook song, and I enjoy the others where we all mix in. I think it just takes you out of yourself, and you sort of put yourself in the character and try to make the audience believe that you're that person. I think it's the atmosphere and the way we bring the visitors through the rooms, and they can see and sort of visualise what you're talking about. And then, like, when you come in here, they can, because like when I do the tea rooms on a Sunday, I tell them this used to be the kitchen, and that's where the old range would have been. And, it makes them feel, oh, yes, and they go, but isn't it big? But I say, well, if you imagine the kitchens in the old days, that all the different tables that they had for different things, it isn't really.
She was firm and stern and very keen on punctuality. Mrs.
think this has been so successful, it would be fantastic to reprise it. You know, it's sold out very quickly, and I think if there was funding so that it could be done again, I think that'd be great, and then different audiences could see it.
Yeah. And thank you as well to the funders that did make this happen, because we couldn't do it
And to the
without their
house.
support, and for the house, yeah.